Hey guys, welcome back. It's been about a week, I think, since we last filmed and took you through the layout of the first floor, and we realized I don't think that we ever really showed a good view of the outside of the house. I think we filmed a little bit on the outside, but we didn't show a view, so excuse the cars going by. We're sitting up here on this dirt pile mountain that they're going to use to backfill someday and level off the lot. But you can get a really good view of the property. You can see the walkout into the basement. You can see what we call the bump out, which will be our master bedroom. And then the front door. And there, of course, will be windows there, but they're not going to cut them until... You can see it from the inside, but they're not going to cut out where the windows will go probably until they actually put the windows in. And then the part that's framed up now, this wasn't done the last time we filmed, where you can just see the studs and not the green plywood. That's going to be the garage. So that makes the house look a lot bigger from the outside now that they're framing up the garage. So there'll be some different peaks and things. You probably know what I mean with different homes, how, you know, you'll have a little peak going the opposite direction as the main roof. There'll be different peaks, different areas in the house. So right now it looks kind of boring, but when they get the rest of the framing done and you can visualize where there'll be different peaks and angles, it'll be really exciting to see that. So let's go take a look inside at a little bit more of what they've gotten done. I just absolutely love this fall weather and how the driveway is covered with leaves and all the colors that are starting to pop out. Might not be able to tell from this video, but that mountain is getting really pretty and colorful, so I love to think about whenever there's a house here and the holidays and fall and Thanksgiving and leaves falling. It just makes me feel really good. Okay, I don't think we ever showed this before. We are standing here where the garage doors will go someday, and I never thought about this before in my garages that I've had in the past, but you notice it whenever you're watching every little step they do with your house that's being built. But it's kind of like they sawed or etched out somehow. Let's see if they're over here. So maybe half an inch or so deep, so that when the garage doors come down, they can make a better seal. So the garage is nice and smooth, and then they scrape some of this out here to make it better seal with the doors. And over here, they have a drain. I think we talked about that before. And this was an afterthought. I think maybe after, I'm not sure, our builder ordered some of the supplies. We are wondering if this post is a little bit short because there's a piece of wood under it. Because whenever they angled this to make the drain, we wondered if these support posts are quite the right size now. So we'll see. I don't think they extend anymore. So by us making this grade down in like this, you need a longer post. So I don't know, I guess we have to talk to him about that. And this room, or this ceiling beam here, since this is such a big long span, they had to put a big support beam up under there. This part of the garage that doesn't have a roof on it yet, or doesn't have the second floor on it yet, this part of the garage is going to be 1 story. And then this part of the garage is going to be 2 story. So there's actually going to be possibly a playroom and maybe, I forget what number bedroom on that end. It sounds really weird. Half of your garage is 2 story and half of it's 1 story. It'll make sense when it's all framed up. And maybe we can flash a picture up on here of the house a house we had seen a picture of online that we actually planned our whole house off of. At least what the outside would look like. And that's probably a video coming down the road, how we custom designed this house. So we'll try to explain that in another video, but I actually bought graph paper from Staples, taped a whole bunch of it together, and drew out to scale what room sizes we want, and plugged it all together based off of just an outside picture of a house we saw online. So we'll explain that in another video, but we'll try to flash a picture up here of what the house is probably going to look like when it's finished. And then this is going to be a door going out the back of the house. So this is our laundry room. We showed this in the last video. I think that there's a door coming out the laundry room, and you can go right out to the outside. Especially if, for some reason, if I ever have a wash line and want to hang out wash or anything. But I don't think this was framed up the last time when we were here.
And for our future wood stove out behind.
So here I'm standing in like the back part of the foyer dining area. We had to put a massive beam up here because this is such a big span. And you can see in comparison to the floor joist how massive this thing is. This is like the equivalent of 4 2x4s wide, right? And it goes the whole way over here.
It's about 2.5 feet.
This is going to actually go above. We're going to put a refrigerator here. We were originally going to put a refrigerator right next to the pantry door, but we decided it might look better. This beam is going to show, but what we're going to do is wrap it in like a nice stained wood to make it look really nice, so it won't look like this. It'll be wrapped in like a nice stain. So this will go right above the refrigerator. We might have a little space for like a little cabinet right above the refrigerator and then the beam. And we thought that would be better than the rest of the kitchen. I want to do where you have your upper cabinets and then you have another set of upper cabinets that have like little glass doors in them. So we thought that was a good solution to that.
And there's 10 2x4s holding up that large, massive beam, which that span across here I think is like 25 feet, 30 feet, somewhere in there. Have to measure it.
Okay guys, I'm getting really shaky and my hands are starting to sweat. I am super, super afraid of heights. They put the floor on up here on the second floor and we came down and thought this was a great idea. Let's go up here, let's see what the view is going to be from the second story. I seriously don't know if I can do this. When I get to this step here and I have to pull myself up, I don't know if I can do this. I can't believe I'm letting him film this either. Like, will this thing rock back and forth when I step on it?
As long as you don't push it sideways, you're good.
What do you mean push it sideways? Oh my goodness, I don't know. I know I could normally do this, but it's so high. Oh, I don't think I can do this. I pull myself up on the countertop all the time to reach something high, but I can't do it now. If I get up here, then I have to get myself back down. Oh, look at this poor sweet little Bubba. And Ryan conveniently just moved the ladder closer. Like, why did you not move it closer before I tried to do it and you wanted the joy of seeing me terrified? Okay, maybe I'll try again here when you're not filming.
So we're at the top of our second floor, looking out. And next week they'll have the walls put up on this, and hopefully in 2 weeks we will be under roof. And a quick flash of my wife who couldn't quite make it up.
You moved the ladder closer and I'm trying to decide whether I want to do this or not. I really want to see how big that schoolroom's going to be when I stand on it, and I just can't do it. My hands are so sweaty, I was like so scared I'm going to slip.
And we're doing a 360 view. That is part of our master bedroom there. That's going to be a vaulted ceiling.
I get it stuck up here.
So my wife made it to the top there, to the second floor, but her legs couldn't quite reach. She would have had to stick her feet down at least up to her belly. Thought I was gonna have to call the fire company. Got lucky and found this extra ladder sitting around. So now she's gonna attempt to climb down. I tried to hold her arms to get her down, but that didn't work, so here we are with number 2 ladder. Next call, fire company or forklift.
And my mascara is probably running because I was literally up here bawling a few minutes ago. I was so scared. He told me I was just about ready to reach the ladder, and I'm like, I don't feel it. I don't feel it. I'm not lift back. I'm not putting my leg down any lower. So you are going to hold this, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry guys, we're not filming.
And we're back. We made it down the ladder.
Wipe my tears, smile, and I'm back on solid ground again.
And we're here at the back side of the house. You can see the walkout basement. The tall studs there in the middle is going to be where our fireplace is. And the far end is where our garage is that was added just this week. And as a welcome contribution, we got power this week. So this here is under our porch. They have supports up and boards up top, which they're gonna lay metal across and pour our porch floor. Now, because normally you wouldn't have this many studs, they said that the heavier metal was gonna cost a lot more. So they're gonna use a lighter metal, which made them have to create more studs, use more studs and more support. So hopefully this was actually supposed to be poured last week, but it rained and we got some water down, of course, in there as well as into our basement that came through the floor. So the basement's drying out, and now that the second floor is up, it's taking a little bit longer to dry up our basement, but it's almost dry.
These aren't going to stay here, are they?
Now all that wood will come out, all those middle studs, all the studs up top, those boards are all going to come down once the porch floor dries.
Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and we will keep all this updates coming. Thanks.
And we're back on top of the second floor. And we're gonna see if we can spin this.
Is this, like, will this thing rock back and forth when I step on it?
As long as you don't push it sideways, you're good.
What do you mean push it sideways? And Ryan conveniently just moved the ladder closer. Like, why did you not move it closer before I tried to do it and you wanted the joy of seeing me terrified?
And for our future wood stove out behind.
A future wood stove. For what we have